The history of football is a captivating story, a testament to the enduring human fascination with sport and competition. It's the story of how a simple, perhaps even crude pastime, played in fields and streets, evolved to become the #1 sport in the world, a global phenomenon that transcends borders, cultures, and languages. It's a journey marked by passion, innovation, and the unwavering spirit of competition. It's a journey that combines ancient beginnings, tracing its roots back to various forms of ball games played across different civilizations. These early games, though rudimentary, laid the foundation for what would eventually become the modern sport we know and love. But the story of football isn't just about the game itself. It's intertwined with political struggles, reflecting the social and political climates of different eras. From its role in national identity to its use as a platform for protest, football has often mirrored the world around it. And of course, it's a story fueled by passionate crowds, the heart and soul of the game. The roar of the stadium, the collective joy of victory, the shared agony of defeat. These are the emotions that make football so compelling. And it's a story constantly being rewritten by technological advancements, innovations that have transformed the way the game is played, watched, and analyzed. From goal line technology to sophisticated performance metrics, technology continues to shape the future of football. The origins of football go back thousands of years, to a time long before organized leagues and multi-million-dollar contracts. These early forms of the game were often far removed from the structured sport we recognize today. Similar games were played in ancient civilizations such as China, where a sport called kuju involved kicking a leather ball through a net stretched between bamboo canes. This ancient game, dating back to the Han Dynasty, is considered by many to be the earliest form of football. Greece, where various ball games were popular forms of recreation and physical training, these games often involved elements of kicking, carrying, and throwing, and were played in a variety of settings from public gymnasiums to private courtyards. And Rome, where ball games were incorporated into military training and public spectacles. The Romans adapted and modified Greek ball games, often adding a more physical and competitive edge. These early players, lacking the sophisticated equipment of today, would kick balls made of leather or cloth, often stuffed with materials like hair, feathers, or even rags. The size and shape of the ball would vary depending on the region and the specific game being played. These games were played in open areas, often without clearly defined boundaries or rules. The focus was on physical exertion, teamwork, and the thrill of competition. But the version closest to what we know today began to appear in medieval England, where it evolved from folk games played in villages and towns. These games were often associated with religious festivals and holidays, where the game was chaotic and violent, often involving large numbers of players from opposing villages. Injuries were common, and the games could sometimes last for hours, even days. These early forms of football were played in the streets without clear rules, often causing damage to property and disruption to daily life. This led to numerous attempts to ban the game over the centuries. By the 19th century, football began to develop in a more organized way, driven by the need for standardization and the growing popularity of the sport. This period saw the emergence of different codes of football, including rugby and association football. This development was especially prominent in British schools and universities, where different institutions had their own variations of the game. These variations often reflected the unique traditions and preferences of each school. As the game spread, there was a need to unify the rules of the game to allow different teams to compete against each other on a level playing field. This realization was crucial for the future development and global expansion of football. This unification happened in 1863, when the English Football Association was founded, marking a pivotal moment in the history of the sport. This was the first official body dedicated to governing and standardizing the rules of football. This organization set the first official rules of the game, providing a framework for how football should be played and governed. These rules were a significant departure from the often chaotic and unregulated nature of earlier forms of the game. These rules included key provisions such as banning the use of hands, a defining characteristic that distinguished association football from rugby. This decision had a profound impact on the development of the sport. The rules also included setting the number of players on each team, organizing the layout of the field, and establishing the duration of a match. These standardized elements helped to create a more consistent and predictable playing experience. With standardized rules in place, football spread rapidly from England to the rest of Europe and the world, carried by the currents of globalization and the increasing interconnectedness of nations. This expansion was driven by colonization and maritime trade, as British sailors, traders, and administrators introduced the game to new lands and cultures. Football quickly gained popularity in these regions, often becoming a symbol of national identity and pride. The first football club, Sheffield, was established in 1857, marking the beginning of organized club football. This pioneering club paved the way for the formation of countless other teams around the world. And many other clubs followed in Britain, then across Europe and South America, as the passion for football ignited in communities around the globe. These early clubs played a crucial role in popularizing the sport and developing its competitive landscape. Recognizing the need for international governance, in 1904, the International Federation of Association Football, FIFA, was founded in Paris. This marked a significant step towards establishing a unified global structure for the sport. FIFA's primary aim was to manage the game globally and unify its regulations, ensuring fair play and consistent standards across different countries and continents. This was essential for fostering international competition and cooperation. A major milestone in FIFA's history was the organization of the first FIFA World Cup in 1930, held in Uruguay. This tournament brought together teams from around the world to compete for the ultimate prize in football. The inaugural World Cup featured only 13 teams participating, a reflection of the challenges of international travel and communication at the time. Despite the limited number of participants, the tournament was a resounding success. The host nation, Uruguay, emerged victorious, defeating Argentina in the final to claim the first-ever World Cup title. This victory cemented Uruguay's place in football history. Since then, the World Cup has grown exponentially to become the most important sports event in the world, a spectacle that captivates billions of viewers across the globe. The tournament is held every 4 years, attracting millions of fans across the globe, both to the host nation and to television screens worldwide. It's a celebration of football, a showcase of talent, and a source of national pride. Over the decades, football has gone through massive developments in the following decades, evolving from a relatively simple game to a complex and highly strategic sport. These developments have been particularly noticeable in terms of tactics, with coaches and players constantly innovating and refining their strategies to gain a competitive edge. The rise of professionalism has also transformed the sport, with players now training and competing at an elite level, pushing the boundaries of athleticism and skill. And of course, technology has played an increasingly important role, revolutionizing everything from training methods to officiating decisions. Innovations such as the Video Assistant Referee, VR, have been introduced to improve the accuracy of officiating and ensure fair play, although they have also sparked debate and controversy. Advanced ball tracking and player performance systems were introduced, providing coaches and analysts with unprecedented insights into the game. These tools allow for a deeper understanding of player movements, passing patterns, and overall team performance. In recent decades, the sport also became highly commercialized, with massive amounts of money flowing into the game from broadcasting rights, sponsorships, and merchandise sales. This commercialization is evident in the massive broadcasting rights deals that generate billions of dollars in revenue, as well as the lucrative sponsorships that adorn the jerseys and stadiums of top clubs. This influx of money has transformed top clubs into financial giants, capable of spending vast sums on player transfers and infrastructure development. Yet, despite all the commercialization and technological advancements, the passion for football remains strong, undiminished by the forces of modern economics and technology. It is more than just a game, it's a cultural phenomenon that transcends borders and unites people from all walks of life. It is culture, a shared experience that binds communities together and provides a sense of belonging. It is identity, a way for people to express their affiliations and connect with something larger than themselves. And it is belonging, a sense of community and shared purpose that transcends social and economic divides. It unites people, sparks deep emotions, and creates unforgettable moments that are etched in the collective memory of fans around the world. From the goals of Pelé, the Brazilian icon who redefined the beautiful game with his unparalleled skill and athleticism, to the mesmerizing dribbling and controversial brilliance of Maradona, the Argentinian genius who captivated the world with his talent and passion, and the elegant artistry of Zidane, the French maestro whose grace and vision inspired a generation of footballers, to the victories of small teams that made history, defying the odds and proving that anything is possible with hard work, determination, and a little bit of luck. Football continues to be the one language the world speaks together, a universal tongue that transcends cultural and linguistic barriers. It remains the language of the beautiful game, a testament to the enduring power of sport to unite, inspire, and entertain.